He will start from pole position ahead of Richard Plant. Rory Butcher and Ben Barker, they are on row 2. Row 3, Sam Tordoff and the new champion for 2012, Michael Meadow.
In 2010, when it was a similar level, in fact it was even worse perhaps, Michael Caine was then racing in the championship, dominated that day, and there were a number of dramatic incidents that affected the drivers over the day, but it is a difficult circuit at the best of times. We've got two very different levels of grip on the Indy circuit that we use regularly, and then the Grand Prix circuit where it's under the trees, etc. It's going to be challenging with 450 horsepower, even on wet weather tyres, Toby.
Absolutely, it's been pouring with rain overnight on the Grand Prix circuit as well, so that's going to be very difficult as we await the start of our 17 laps. So difficult, of course, to get it off the line here at Brands Hatch with the hill. Away we go! Richard Plant tucks in behind Jonas Gelzinis as we come down to Paddock Hill Bend. For the first time, Gelzinis has got a great start. Rory Butcher trying to go round the outside, and he's made it stick. What a manoeuvre. He's got great drive. He's having to make Gelzinis block immediately.
Yeah, Rory Butcher is a wet weather superb driver. He absolutely loves these conditions. Drove brilliantly on slick tyres at Thruxton earlier this year and got very close to winning the race. But here to beat, I expect Gelzinis will be concerned to see the young Scotsman in his mirrors.
And Daniel Lloyd has had a great start as well. He's another wet weather rainmeister. There he is going through your shot. Ben Barker in the 20 car. He's deep. He's had a great run of victories recently. 5 on the bounce, only beaten last time out by Michael Meadows at the Mini Nürburgring.
Fantastic through Hawthorns as they turn in. It's a very short turn in between here and the apex at Westfield.
His tail. Here comes your leader to complete the first lap. It's Gelzinis who is leading as he comes into clearways, into the sight of the massive crowd who are Lloyd and Barker coming over the line. That is the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th position as we are on board with Sam Tordoff. Being able to see in the driver's eye line, it won't be quite so bad as Gelzinis rattles on down the hill. He's peering his way through the murk. Lead 8.7 seconds. There is the leader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.7 seconds. There it is. That battle to second position now. Tordoff in. Now his experience is really coming to the fore.
Right, let's do a lap with Jonas Gelzinis. Let's see what a 9-second almost lead looks like. It's his fastest lap. He goes in deep. See how much curb he's taking. Not very much at all as he goes through Sheen. He gets onto the brakes here and he's going to swing the car right in tight to that curb at Stirling's. He does that again, avoids the curb on the exit. Now let's watch the line through clearways. We saw a very tight line from Sam Tordoff, which seemed to work very well for him. Is that what Gelzinis is doing as well? Yes, it is. He's staying middle of the road. He's not letting the car drive to the right-hand side. And that seems to work very, very well for him. He's been fastest in Sector 1. In fact, I think he's been fastest in Sector 2. Actually, no, Rory Butcher fastest in Sector 1. Comes in from the middle of the road, bit brave, using a bit of curb there. And basically, the thing that he seems to be doing here is just being very fluid with the car, if you pardon the pun. And again, Druids hugged that curb quite a long time. One of the tricks there is to stay as tight to the curb for as long as you can there when it's these sort of conditions. And as you turn into Graham, watch the exit curb. Is he using it? That lap he was, but he got a bit sideways.
Well, the hardest thing of all is keeping your concentration. I know it's an easy line to say whilst in the relative dry and relative warmth of this commentary box, on pole position by a 1/10 of a second, just over a 1/10 of a second, as he's now on his way out the back, and it looks like he's going to be passing Denny in just a few moments' time. And an exemplary drive, you have to say, from Jonas Gelzinis, who's yet to win a race so far this year. He's 4th in the championship. He's had a couple of wild moments. That Snetterton wild moment, unfortunately, was the wildest of them all when he rejoined the track, and unfortunately for Ahmed El Harthi, got into El Harthi's way and put the Omani driver out. But this has redeemed everything, and hey, he's on form. He could win the next race.
Good indeed, and he's looking superb in terms of the consistency he's put in. He's still the quickest driver out there, the fastest. His personal fastest lap was 1:38.5. He's still the fastest guy out there. He's driven impeccably. And for Team Juta and for Exide, it's a superb result for the Lithuanian.
It is indeed. He comes out of the final corner here at Brands Hatch. What a cool drive for Jonas Gelzinis. He takes the checkered flag here at Brands Hatch.
He do it by winning by 14.4 seconds. in that amount of a race distance. That is about as impressive a performance as we've seen from anyone this year. And if I'm right in thinking, the first ever Lithuanian to win a race in the UK.
Yeah, in the Porsche
Carrera Cup for sure.
Least.
Anyway.
Yeah,
His
well
brother's
done.
looking good in the Clios as well, so could see him up there eventually as well.
He is. There's a very close-knit team that they've got, and they certainly stick together, and they certainly want to be victorious. It's almost a shame that he's taken this long this year to get onto the top step of the podium. Great result, though, for Jonas Gelzinis, a 14-second victory, 14-second lead, and what a victory it was ahead of Sam Tordoff. Rory Butcher, he got third position.